Welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. We're here at the 2019 NAACP Gala here at the Dr. Kerry Robinson Center in Fort Myers, and we're in the Dunbar community. For those who are looking at us all around the country, the Dunbar community is the largest African American community in Southwest Florida, and we're in the city of Fort Myers. There you go. We're so thrilled to get a chance to talk to some of the ladies who's come out to support our NAACP. We have Lorna here, and we also have Nora on my left, the lady in red and the lady in white. One of the perks of my show is I can use my television show to be next to gorgeous women, and I take full advantage of that. Having said that, all the guys who are out there who are jealous, I suggest you get your own TV show, and you can do the same thing. Is that cool, Lorna?
It is cool. That's right, Lee.
You like that one?
I like that. I like it.
And here's the cool thing, ladies, before we get into some quick comments. It's before cell phones and all of that could record things and people could have their own videos. It was very rare to see video of people. So the only way most black people got into videos when they were on my television show back in the 90s. And it was a bigger to do. Now a guy can take his phone and get next to gorgeous women and do his own little video. But back then I used to be the only one who could just, hey, come on, let's do an interview and show off your fine dressing. Hey, be ready to tab down and show off their outfits as well. But before we do, just stay here. Nora, you are some kind of officer. Are you the secretary for the Lee County branch of the NAACP?
Ex-secretary, no longer. Now we have Jackie McMillan as the secretary.
Are you still active?
Yes, I am very active. I'll never leave.
Just decide to step down, or
Conflicts with my job right now. I work at Mount Olive AME Church. I'm an administrative assistant, and it takes a lot of my time. So right now, I can't really juggle the two.
I know you used to be going to all those conferences and everything. You were like die hard. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the hair before we move over here. What we got going on here? People looking like, man, her hair looks great.
I'm just great. I mean, I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. Lee, don't do that. I'm getting old.
You embrace that gray though. I noticed you started wearing letting your hair gray and doing all that. I don't know, about 3 years ago, and you just right, and it made you unique. So compliments from the chef. All right, so let's talk about what you're wearing there at this banquet, this elegant banquet. You got on some Chanel. Or is that one of those, you always get those deals? Talk about it.
This is a deal. I got this from Ross for $23. I am very frugal. I call it frugal now. $23. You can look like this for $23. And usually, I'm a big Goodwill junkie, so. Right. But I got this for $23, and this is it. It's my look for tonight.
What about the jewelry? You got that for $5?
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, I got real jewelry. Yes.
What would you like to say to all your comrades at the NAACP here, putting on a great Freedom Fund banquet, and why do you think it's important for you to be involved with the NAACP?
I think it's important because, of course, they do the social justice type of work that I love to do, but also they give back to the community. They do their stuck for words. Okay. They pay for school, and they get the youth active. They have like the
EXO program.
EXO program, exactly. So I think it's very important to get our youth involved in a lot of things in the community and expose them to situations and things like this.
Now, Lorna,
Yes, Lee.
I know you sat there patiently. First of all,
Patient woman.
First of all, Lorna, when you think about the NAACP, what comes to mind?
I just think about fighting for the rights of others and the underprivileged.
I think from reading things that you respond to on social media, reading some of your writings, you are passionate about the uplifting of minority and disadvantaged people in this area, aren't you?
I am very uplifted. When I moved here 19 years ago, I was very surprised about the state of quote-unquote Dunbar in the black community.
Mm-hmm. You constantly watching things that are going on. What right now bothers you? What do you think where we need to improve and uplifting ourselves?
I think one of the biggest fights right now, which I'm fighting for and advocating, is for children and families. You know, Lee County has to begin to put more resources behind families and children, especially in education. And that's important. So I was glad tonight that the whole theme was about education, and it starts from the beginning.
I know when I went up there and did my little dog and pony at the beginning, I know you guys were kind of surprised at a little bit about my background, where I came from, what the circumstances were, right?
Correct.
Just like when by the time y'all saw me, I was already who I, became. But I was able to, Nora has come to these banquets in the past, and I never personalized it at all. I just get up there and say what I got to say. But I just felt moved. It's like, hey, look, and to let some of those teachers know too that you never know who you're teaching, and people can amount to something if you put the time in. That goes right along with what you were talking about, right?
It does, and it reminisced this week. I was thinking about my own upbringing and coming from a single parent household. Even though both my parents were involved in my life, education was big, and it was my teachers and educators coming up that made a difference. And I look back now, I thank my high school principal all the time. We're friends on social media, and I say thank you for investing in me and others like me as we were growing up.
Because you developed some great writing skills, because I know you used to do some journalism, or you did some writing or something with the news press.
I worked in advertising and marketing, so
that's a tough job.
That is a tough job. So yes, and I was heavily involved with advertising and marketing for major companies here locally. So yeah, that requires a lot of different skills.
Let's talk about that pretty brown skin. That's trying to get all serious here now. Yeah, we did all that serious stuff. Now let's get to the more important thing. Tell her, what do you do to keep that skin so beautiful? People out there looking at it right now saying that, boy, she got some pretty skin.
I could tell you, when I was younger, I was ashamed of the skin. I was called black girl, dark skin girl, thick lips, big lips, you name it. But now I'm proud of who I am. Being a teenager, I began to appreciate being dark skinned and having thick lips and bushy eyebrows. And the last 5 years, I've gone natural, so I've embraced who I am even more the older I've gotten. So yes, I'm enjoying this.
You letting that little pepper grate get in there too?
A little bit. I'm not like Nora yet.
I can see y'all. One of the things I like about the both of y'all, when I saw y'all standing around, I like to see the sisters who support each other. Y'all just seem like genuine girlfriends, happy for each other, and coming out and having a great time. Girl, you clean.
Thank you.
Let's get her up and down as she talks about what she's wearing. Take your time on that. Let's start up here. Talk about the accessories first, and then we'll get to the dress.
So the accessory, the necklace, comes all the way from the United States Virgin Islands.
Really? You Caribbean, by the way?
I am Caribbean.
Okay.
I was born in St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay, I've been there.
So last year when I went home for vacation, I was able to pick up this piece. And I love, wearing different type of jewelry.
I was in St. Lucia, by the way, at the St. Lucia Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that thing was
very good.
But it's so expensive. The hotels. What you got here? Did you do what she did?
I did. I'm
really?
A Ross girl too.
What?
I used to work.
See how you don't have to spend all that money?
No. I used to work for Macy's, the department store, so I learned the brands. And once I left Macy's department store, I started looking for the same brands, and I was able to find a lot of those brands at Ross. So Ross do carry major brands at a great price.
Outstanding. Shoes,
Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren.
Yes,
okay.
And these do come from the Miramar outlet, so I do buy a lot of name brands from the outlets.
When we come to these kind of events, we get to dress up and really feel good. It's really good to have something like this in the black community.
Yes,
talk about
it
that.
is. Well, that was one of the things that I saw lacked when I first moved here. So I'm glad there's more and more events like this to come out, dress up, feel good, meet others in the community, and have a really nice time. And support each other and support our local organizations.
Outstanding. Now, Nora, you every year when you come, you seem to have a standout outfit as well. Do you start planning your outfit a year in advance? When did you start planning? I remember about 2 years ago, you had on some stuff looked like from space, like the Jetsons. It was this brown. You know what I'm talking about? That brown outfit you had on, just like futuristic looking.
It was green in it.
Yeah, you kind of look like a
Jetsons.
Yeah, but it was more like you were like a celebrity, like you see in those award shows. So you be taking some chances. You take risk in fashion.
I take risk.
Oh, my bad.
I take risk in fashion. I do.
Why do you think it's important to take risks? Why is that a part of you? Just got your own style?
I think it's fun. I think it's creative. I think it gives you personality. So more so personality.
Now, people can like you. You're a social media. Are you a social media model or Instagram model? I see you on. You got a big following there. That's why I want you to get the name of my thing right, because that's good publicity. Well, Leap is live after work. I said add after work because I know she got a big following. Start sharing my stuff. Help me out, okay?
Okay, I will share your stuff because I really enjoyed myself last night. It was really Leap It's live after work. A nice event. I really enjoyed myself, and I am not a social media, whatever you just said, model. I am a child of the living God. So I believe that me and just my attitude towards God is what draws people. So I can't blame it on anything else. I have to give God the credit.
All right, well, you do a good job anyway. So as long as you plug Leap is live after work, we're good. All right, we'll be right back.